I started to make what I thought would be a very quick video. Here is how it was going to start. First of all, I don't see the media misreporting the story about Officer Michael Slager shooting Walter Scott. So I don't see how there's any criticism I can make about how the media covered this story. But now that I've put several hours of research into this case doesn't seem as cut and dry as I had originally assumed. But here's a twist. This media criticism site called FAIR gets it wrong. They actually make a mistake here because they're making a criticism of the media. They're criticizing ABC's reporting, saying that it turned out to be an outright lie, that the confrontation between Scott and Slager turned into a physical altercation. So unfortunately, FAIR got that wrong. Because here's a short clip from NBC where they're interviewing the guy that made the video. And he's saying there was a struggle, which he saw before he started to record.
Was there a struggle?
There was. They were down on the floor. Before I started recording.
And the FAIR article is also inaccurately claiming that it's fantasy to say that there was more than one witness to this. Well, here's another witness, so that makes multiple witnesses. And she says before what you saw in the video, there was a tussle.
Nichols says that's when she saw a physical confrontation.
Before what you saw on the videotape, there was like a little tussle over there, like at the end of that gate down there.
This article is also making the false assumption that just because the New York Times video doesn't show a physical altercation, it means that there wasn't one. And by the way, the New York Times manages to obscure what you might have been able to catch a glimpse of, which is the physical altercation. I won't say that you could make it out even when it's not obscured, because it's very blurry, but they shouldn't put the text up right at that key point. But like I said, the point is, even with the blurriness, and even if it did show it or not at a distance, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen if you don't see it on the video. But like I said, the two witnesses said that there was a physical altercation. And I've talked to some people on Twitter who are under the misimpression that the video starts with Walter Scott running from Officer Slager, rather than it starting with the struggle on the ground. So the point is, if you're going to make a criticism of the media, you have to make sure that it's accurate. This article dismisses the idea that there were witnesses who said that they saw a fight. Now, that's not to justify the shooting, but it's just a point of fact that there were witnesses who witnessed an altercation between the officer and Walter Scott. And check out these two videos of famous cases from the past where I went into detail. You might find them fascinating.
The victim's family attorney who gave that video to ABC News believes it could prove the officer used excessive force.
Think about how professional the attorney for the Walter Scott family is compared to Benjamin Crump, the attorney for the Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown families. Benjamin Crump made false claims about both cases.